Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the iPhone 8 right now towards the end of 2020. And I want to talk about whether you should pick up the iPhone 8 even though the iPhone SE is out. So in terms of a brief specs refresh, the iPhone 8 and the iPhone SE are extremely similar, especially in terms of design. Now the iPhone 8, you can pick up the 8 and the 8 Plus. The iPhone 8 will bring you a 4.7-inch LCD display, whereas the 8 Plus will give you a 5.5-inch 1080p display. Both are LCD displays and the quality of the display is quite good. Both are true tone displays, and you also do have night shift and all those great features. In terms of brightness of the displays, both are quite bright and decently visible outdoors. Not so bright as in terms of direct sunlight when you compare it to newer iPhones, but they are quite decently visible. Furthermore, both these displays do also support haptic touch. The iPhone 8 did support 3D touch when it was there, RIP, but right now you do get haptic touch, but it's slightly faster than the iPhone SE, which does not have the 3D touch layer at all. Now, in terms of processor, the iPhone 8 is running the Apple A11 Bionic, which is also the same processor within the iPhone 10. That makes it 3 years old right now, and even after 3 years, I have to say that overall performance of the iPhone 8 is pretty much fantastic and brilliant. I haven't had any issues in terms of lagginess or any other problems whatsoever, and it's been going really smoothly on the iPhone 8. You really are not going to notice any lag or any kind of issues. And in terms of RAM, the iPhone 8 offers you 2 gigabytes of RAM, whereas on the 8 Plus you will get 3 gigabytes of RAM. Now, I haven't had any issues in terms of slowdowns or laggy, even though the iPhone 8 is currently running iOS 13. It's nice and smooth. Instagram, especially third-party applications, are loading up nice and smoothly. Let's open up Facebook as well. And as you can see, no issues whatsoever. Your content is pretty much ready. Even in terms of multitasking, it does work out pretty well. Now, in terms of software, as I did mention, this is running iOS 13.5.1. You can update it to iOS 14 once that comes out in September, or you can also register for the Apple Beta program and download iOS 14 right now. In terms of battery life, the iPhone 8's battery life is pretty decent, I would say. It's not a 2-day device at all. It's going to get you maybe throughout the day. Again, it's going to completely depend upon your usage. If you're a heavy user, you will have to top it up at least twice throughout the day. If you're a medium user, at least once. But again, it's also going to depend upon your battery capacity right there. And in terms of my usage, I can get approximately 4.5 to 5 hours of screen on time on the iPhone 8, which is again not that great, but it's quite decent, guys. It's going to completely depend upon your usage. In terms of cameras, we do have a 12 megapixel rear camera and a 7 megapixel front camera up there. In terms of the camera quality and in terms of photos, you do have all the regular stuff. You do get all the regular features, live photos and all of that. But unfortunately, the 8 does not bring portrait lighting. So if you'd like portrait lighting, you will have to go up to the iPhone 8 Plus and other newer devices. You also do not have Smart HDR when it comes to cameras, so you will lose out on those newer features. Furthermore, you also do not get the famous night mode that was introduced on the iPhone 11 series. So as you can see, you just have a regular HDR. So it's pretty much basic camera right now. You are missing out on quite a new features which the newer iPhones do get. Now, in terms of should you pick up the the iPhone 8 right now when the SE is out? Well, I would say if you're looking for something new, if you're looking for a new design, absolutely not. The iPhone 8 and the iPhone SE are pretty much identical in terms of design. It's just that the iPhone SE's Apple logo is situated at in the middle, and all of this text is removed, whereas they do feel extremely similar in the hand in terms of the way they feel. Both of them are aluminum and glass constructions. Both of them do support wireless charging, and both of them offer you a single camera at the back. Now, in terms of display as well, both of them are similar displays. You do get True Tone and all the basic stuff. No changes right there. Furthermore, guys, the display on the iPhone 8 and on the SE are interchangeable. So basically, they are pretty much the same display. Apple might have tweaked the display of the SE a bit, but other than that, they're absolutely the same. Further, coming to cameras, that the iPhone SE is using is the exact same camera that is used by the iPhone 8. This was revealed by iFixit during a teardown, so you can pretty much swap both cameras on both these devices and they will work. The only difference is that when the iPhone 8 takes a photo, it's going to use the processing power of the A11 Bionic to produce a nice picture, whereas when the iPhone SE takes a picture, it's going to use the processing power of the new Apple A13 Bionic, which is again going to be slightly more modern, slightly more advanced than the processing of the A11. Now, will that make a night and day difference? I don't think so, but yes, obviously you are going to get pretty great shots on the newer SE, especially when it comes to low light, and because it will have upgraded algorithms in terms of photo processing. Now, I don't get me wrong, I don't mean to say that the processing of the A11 on the iPhone 8 is crap. It isn't. It's a fantastic camera. It's still quite decent for 2020, as you can see. It's got really nice exposure out there in the sunlight, and the photos taken on the iPhone 8 with the A11 are also really good. Furthermore, you can also take 4K videos at 60 FPS with the iPhone 8. Same thing on the SE, so you're pretty much not losing out a lot. It's just that you're going to have slightly more better processing output on the SE than the iPhone 8. Now, looking at the big old question, so which do you pick right now? Guys, if you're looking for a brand new iPhone, I would highly recommend skipping the iPhone 8 or the 8 Plus and looking for the iPhone SE. Now, if you obviously want a larger display, there is no Plus model for the SE, unfortunately. So yeah, in those situations, you can go up to the 8 Plus. I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend picking up an iPhone XR over the 8 Plus. But if you want a larger display, the 8 Plus is the only option right now. So that will bring you to dual lenses, a larger display, a better battery, and things like that. But those of you who are looking to buy a brand new iPhone, get the iPhone SE, and I'm sure you'll be happy with it. Those of you who are looking to pick up a used iPhone, the iPhone 8 is still a great device in 2020. No complaints there whatsoever. Just keep in mind that iPhones on the used market will be slightly used up, so you will have slightly worn out batteries that might require them to be swapped out. So just make sure that your battery capacities are on a decent level. They may not be at 100%, but just ensure that they're approximately about 90% or so. Even if they're at 80, it's quite good, but just keep that in mind. Other than that, you cannot pick up the iPhone 8 brand new from Apple, since Apple does not sell the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus anymore in stores. But you also can pick up these devices at carrier stores or online where stock still remains. Other than that, if you're unfortunately not able to find brand new pieces for the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus, you will have to go down the used route. But looking forward for 2020, guys, in terms of software support, just one last point. I would like to say that the iPhone SE is any day going to get a few more years of software support when you compare to the iPhone 8. It's just that the 8 is right now 3 years old, and I can easily see Apple giving it another 2 to even 3 years of software support, whereas the iPhone SE is just 3 months old. And that baby is going to get easily 5+ more years of software support. So in terms of value for money proposition, I would any day recommend looking at the iPhone SE over the iPhone 8. Moreover, on the SE you do get that gorgeous product red and the slightly newer design with the Apple logo in the middle. Overall, the SE is going to make a fantastic device, but the iPhone 8, it's not a slouch, it's still a great device for 2020. So that's it, guys. These were my thoughts of the iPhone 8 in 2020 and whether you should pick one up or look at the SE. If you did like the video, hit the like button and that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and let me know which phone did you pick up, the iPhone 8 or the iPhone SE. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you very soon.